Hello, this is Maximus McCullough with A1 Website Pro, and today we're going to be learning about Opencart, how to install it on a dedicated server and configure Opencart. So we're going to take this one step at a time. So to install Opencart, just go to Google and type in Opencart just like that. And what you want to do is click on this little download link, and you'll see the latest date is March 31st, 2015. So go ahead and download that. And it'll start downloading it, so save it to your computer, okay? And it'll download Opencart for you. After Opencart's downloaded, you'll get a folder like this. In fact, we could just delete this one. You'll have this, and then just double-click it, and you want to extract all the files, okay? So extract the files for your Opencart installation, and that will extract all the files for you. Now you're going to want to be careful because you're not going to upload this entire folder to your server, but you are going to upload a folder in there called uploads, but you have to be careful about how you do it. While that's extracting, we're going to go back to our cPanel here, and we're going to come down to our file manager, and we're just going to create a directory in our Maximus McCullough. We're going to be using my website, maximusmccullough.com. And then we're going to install it on a folder in here. This is a WordPress, but we're going to install Opencart just to show you guys what to do with it here. And so here's our Opencart installation. All right. So did we create the? Go ahead and create that folder. If we scroll down here, see where it says New Folder. Make sure you're in public HTML, and then you want to create New Folder. And we're just going to call this Opencart. Just like that. Okay, we're going to put it in the public. And if you scroll here, you can see that there's nothing in there right now. But we're getting ready to change all that with the thing, with the folder that we downloaded. Okay, so we want to go to FileZilla. And if you don't know where that is, you could just go to a1websitepro.com and just type in FileZilla. And you could find the download link for FileZilla. Now this is what the program looks like, and we're going to be connecting securely to maximusmccullough.com. So let's type in maximusmccullough.com, and then the username is going to be the cPanel, and then the password. And we're going to be connecting securely, so we're going to use port 22 for SFTP. And you can see here, if we scroll down on this side, we go into our public_HTML, and we see Opencart there. Okay? And now you'll notice you have to browse around for your downloads folder. Just go to your Opencart folder, and you want to get this upload. You don't want to upload the whole folder like I was telling you. This is just what you want to upload, all this stuff right here. So hit Control-A on your keyboard, right-click, and select Upload. And that will upload 2,508 files. And I'll pause the video while this upload takes place, so then we can be on track. Okay, we see after the process is all said and done, there was 2,513 files that were transferred. We have 0 failed transfers, and we're ready to proceed with the next step. Now, I want to show you something here. If you go to maximusmccullough.com/Opencart, the folder that we made, it's going to ask us, it has an installation script, okay? And first you have to agree to the license, and you could click continue. All right, now it has all of these different settings on here, you know, the PHP version you're using, these different PHP extensions, you know, and then it'll let you know if there's files missing. Now notice it says the config file is missing. Now the reason why that is because we have to make a database for Opencart to use, okay? And then we got to open this config file and Opencart config and admin config in these directories. And I'm going to show you how to do this and put the database information in there so it can connect to the database. So go back to your cPanel, and we'll just scroll down here where it says MySQL Database Wizard. And click on that, and we're just going to create something called Opencart, just to make it easy. Click the next step. Now we want to create a username. OpenMax or something like that. Now right here it has a password generator. I highly recommend using it. And what you want to do is you want to highlight this, right click, and copy this password. And then you have to tick this box, I have copied the password to a secure location. And select use password and it'll put it in there. Now what you want to do is open like a notepad and just paste your password in there and set it off to the side. We're going to use it later. But the other thing that we need is after we click create user, we want to assign all privileges. But before you click next step, just go up here and highlight this information right here. Copy. And then go ahead and put that information in that little notepad as well. Then that way you have it. Click next step. Alright, so now the database is now connected. Now the next thing that you want to do, you remember whenever it said that we had these files missing? We're going to go back to our file manager, okay? Click on public HTML, scroll down to Opencart here, and see where it says config dist, and we want to change the name of this file. So we're going to click on it, and up here it says rename. So we're going to rename this file, and we're going to take out this little hyphen dist. Click rename file, okay? Now, there's also one in the admin folder where it says config dist. So we want to rename that file by taking out the hyphen and dist and click rename file. Just like that. So we'll go back to our pre-installation tab and let's refresh it. And you can see that our config and it's writable. So it's ready to go. Okay? Now this mycrypt and this zip thing might not, we'll have to see if this is necessary, but a lot of times these extensions aren't necessary, so I won't worry about the red minus marks just yet. Okay, we're going to click continue and that'll let us know. So the zip extension needs to be loaded for Opencart to work. Alright, so in order for Opencart to work, we have to enable the zip extension. Now, fortunately for you, I'm going to show people who own dedicated servers how to do this. What you want to do is you want to log into your WHM. And let me bring this over here. And you want to go down to Easy Apache Update. Okay? And you want to go to this Customize Profile tab. Okay? And what we're going to do here is we're going to go through to step 4 or 5, so where we can enable this extension. So let's click next step. Now you'll have to log in to your WHM for this process. So this is a dedicated server. So what we want to do is we want to look for that extension, and the extension was called the zip extension. So we're going to just copy that so it's easier for us to find when we're going through here. Alright, so let's go to the next section. Exhaustive options list. And let's see here. See this little tick box here? We want to enable that extension. Okay, so that's, in fact, let me make sure there's not any more. So that's the only extension right there. Now the other thing that it was asking us to do is to enable the mycrypt. And let's just see if we have that option available to us on this server. And we'll go ahead and put that in there. See mycrypt. So I'll just go ahead and enable mycrypt as well so we don't have any more issues. And we're going to go ahead and scroll down to the bottom and click Save and Build. And it's going to recompile Apache and PHP. You just click OK, and you understand the risks. And this will go through a build processes on your dedicated server, and you might see a black box in it rebuilding and everything like that. But just let it go ahead and work through the process. And here you go. And it'll continue to go down through these processes and build that for you. And I'll pause the video while that happens. And when it's all done, you'll get this little message right here. And you want to save new configuration. Close. Alright, so let's go back to our server here. where the mycrypt and the zip. Now, I was able to do that because I have the server. I own the server. So if you don't have control of the dedicated server, you're going to have to contact your host to have that done. But let's refresh this page. And it looks like we are good to go. So now all that information that I gave you, or that I told you to keep track of with the notepad file, this is where you're going to need it. So right here, the host name is going to be localhost. The database driver is MySQL. Okay? That's what you want to use. You want to use MySQL. Now for the username, we have this, Maximus _ OpenMax, and so we'll put that right here where it says username. Okay, and for the password, of course, we've got that crazy old password that you gave us. Copy, paste it in there. Now for the database, we have this named as the database. Copy. We're going to paste that in here. And then we'll just say, we'll give it a database prefix of Opencart. Okay? So now we have to enter a username and passwords for the administration. Don't use admin. Use something like your name, Maximus. And then a good password. And then something like, let's see. We'll use my regular email, I guess. All right? And then click continue. And there you go. And then you got to save your password. Now notice it says, don't forget to delete your install directory. Well, how do you do that? Well, once again, you go back to your cPanel, go to your file manager, okay, and scroll down to Opencart, just like that. And do you see this install directory? What you want to do is just delete everything in there, okay? Because we're done with the install. And that's it. And then we'll go back to Opencart. And let me see where we're at here. When we refresh this message should disappear. And it looks like nothing's found on this site. So that install directory, that's a good sign. All right, so let's go here. Opencart, here's our store. Okay. And now we're all ready with configuring the store. There's a lot of things loaded in here that were just default, but we're going to go through this and I'm going to show you how to customize your store. We'll probably first start with getting a theme, and then we'll delete all these categories. I'll show you how to change all these images and stuff. Okay, so that's it for this tutorial on Opencart installation.